It's appropriate we start with Peter Doyle, because Peter Doyle's father was Jack Doyle, and Jack Doyle was so famous. Everybody had heard of, not just in Ireland, but had heard of Jack Doyle. And that's how we started. We started talking to Peter about his dad.
Well, my father, Jack, was one of the first pupils here. Before that, he came the day the school opened. And then they had a very good brother here called Brother Raymond. And he started teaching them rugby. And they won the Junior Cup 7 years later in 1930. And then the same team, Dad captained that team, and then he captained the senior team 2 years later. And most of the same team were on the senior team. Hadji Murphy and Aidan Bailey and all those guys, and Brian O'Brien, and they won the cup in '32. Well, my dad got one cap, and Aidan must have got about 14 as far as I can remember. I can't remember because I wasn't around in those days, but Aidan was a star player. He was a star at the time, and like you said, his photograph is on the wall here in Pres, and he was a legend now. And they had a very good brother here called Brother Raymond, who was, my father always sung his praises. He was a great rugby man, and he put a rugby team together, and they won the Junior Cup in 1930, and my dad captained that, and a lot of the same players were on the 1932 team that he also captained that won the Senior Cup. Brother Raymond was an enthusiast, and they had a guy called Sergeant Major or something or other teaching them how to get fit. The rugby, it was great because you met guys. I mean, we mixed with the Borders because a lot of the Borders played rugby. One or two of the brothers would be coaching, and then the odd brother we'd play them in a schoolboys against teachers. And you get to know them well, and it was great camaraderie.
Did you have fun?
Yes, we did. We had lots of fun, especially on the way trips. When in Pres, we used to go down and play Pres Cork. And they were great train journeys down, and we'd stay with some of our pals in Pres Cork for a couple of nights, and we'd come back.
And that's as much as you're going to say.
Well, we were only teenagers, gosh, what could we do?